Solana coin is back on the radars, and currently price is just pushing to new all-time highs. Basically, overall Solana has done very good work. Like, we have recovered from $6 to $8, and price is right now at $250, basically 240 actually. So on 4-hour time frame, we see a possible like history to repeat, which means that this bounce from like 200 EMAs, we had 80-70% of market price movement, I think. 70% of market price movement. After that, forming new all-time high, we had some kind of like sideways movement with downward pressure, and yet another bounce from like 200 EMA. So far, to be honest, current new like 4-hour time frame seems a little bit too bad, because if we fail to secure this zone here, so 1 second. So if we fail to secure this zone here, which as of now we see some kind of retest happening, rejection, there is a probability of seeing another retest to 200 EMA and downward movement. But overall, what we want to see is slightly different approach on Solana coin. We want to see actually a new all-time high to form, which should be close to like 300, which seems a good number to form new resistance zone. So game plan for Solana coin is very simple. 3 different scenarios. Each needs a new confirmation. Basically, first one is going to be if we break out from this zone, we will most likely move to this all-time high, retest it, and then move towards new all-time high. Now, second scenario is similar, but instead of retesting and successful retesting, we will most likely fall back, retest it, and then go back towards this zone here. So I'll push it a little bit higher, maybe. And like this. This area should be like where the 200 EMA should rest. So if we see a retest here, then most likely we're going to see a retest towards the 200 EMA. Now, the third scenario is the one where we most likely are going to head if we just look at current 4-hour time frame. Basically, if we see a price to retest again this 200 EMA line, so let me remove this one. If we see a price retesting back here and actually some kind of like sideways movement or even like break slightly, there is a possibility of seeing further movement to the lower zones and something like this. So this line here represents, let's go on a daily time frame, and I will just remove this one. So this line represents the broken resistance zone we had on Solana coin, which hasn't been retested so far, and which is also acting as some kind of like magnet, which needs to be retested for a healthy upward movement. So ideally, we should see some kind of retest anytime to the $190, which would give us a possibility of 70%, again 60% of market price movement to the upper zones. So 4 different scenarios for the Solana coin we have so far. As we mentioned already, one more time, either we see a nice movement to the upper zones here, or we see a rejection from the all-time high. If we retest, if we break the zone again, then we're retesting the 200 EMA. And if we see a clean rejection from here, we will head towards the 200 EMA. And we are going to look for a possible downward movement towards this retest or resistance zone. So this is it for the Solana coin. 3 different scenarios. So let's see which one we will get sooner, because all of them still need some kind of confirmations, and currently price is not looking so good. So that's it, and thank you for watching.